Yo, 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 what's good? What's going on, man? Salute to everybody tuning into the channel, man. It's your boy Acito, man. I want to talk about this R. Kelly story, man, that's been really bubbling up. I saw the girl that was a victim. If you remember, I think it was like 2001, 2002. She was a victim of, sexual assault, rape. She was manipulated, whatever way you want to phrase it. She was a child. I believe she was 13, 14 years old. And R. Kelly was taking advantage of this girl. And, there was tapes out there on the streets. Some people seen it. He was peeing on the girl. That sparked the infamous Dave Chappelle peeing on you video, stuff like that. Crazy. We may have laughed at the time, but now revisiting this moment, and I was a teenager. I think I was probably like a sophomore in high school. This was like 2000, 2001. I was like a sophomore in high school. Um, the woman, well, the girl that's now a woman has come forward now, and she sat down with CBS, and I don't know. I believe she has a book coming out. Now, I don't know if she's you know pressing more charges. I don't know, but it was very very alarming to me. So salute to Hollywood Unlocked. So they have the article where her name is Reshonda Landfair releases her memoir about R. Kelly allegedly grooming and sexually abusing her as a teenager. The imprisoned singer lawyer released a statement, uh, and Landfair's aunt, R&B singer Sparkle, remember Sparkle, speaks out to deny the grooming her niece for the Chicago coroner. Uh, Rashid Landfair is the Jane Doe in the R. Kelly's 2001 leaked sex tape. Uh, Landfair is now 41, was just 14 years old as she performed sex acts with bump and grinding singer who is about 31 in the video. Landfair testifies about the alleged grooming and sexual abuse by R. Kelly, born Robert Sylvester Kelly, in his 2022 federal trial. So she took the stand actually in his trial. Like his separate federal trial in 2021, his 2022 case ended with a jury finding the singer guilty of racketeering and sex crimes. Landfair testified about the alleged grooming and sexual abuse by R. Kelly in his 2022 federal trial. Like his separate federal trial in 2021, his 2022 case ended with the jury finding the singer guilty of racketeering and sex crimes. And just said that. Uh, in the book, she details R. Kelly alleged grooming and sexual abuse, which claims began in the 1990s when she had dreams of becoming a big star as an aunt rapper coming from the musical family in Chicago. Her aunt, R&B singer Sparkle, would introduce her to Kelly. It's been long alleged that Sparkle born Stephanie Edwards groomed her niece for Kelly. In her book, she even writes that her aunt told her the next time you're in the studio, you should ask Robert to be your godfather and sit on his lap and rub his head. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. This girl now 41 years old. Me and her like the same. We did the same age. I'm 39. She 40. She 41. That's crazy. So she was at the time when she had that assault. She was she was my age, bro. She was like a sophomore in high school. That's crazy, bro. And I remember hearing things about Sparkle, but to find out that this girl was actually Sparkle's aunt and she allegedly groomed this girl, she need to be in jail as well, man. I'm sorry. That woman need to be in jail. It's no way. It's no way. It's no way. It's no way that this. Mm. Oh, Sparkle speaks out. So Sparkle spoke out. Sparkle. Let me see. Let me pull this up. Wow. So Sparkle has something to say. Okay. Let's see what Sparkle got to say. Um. So it says, I'm relieved that Rashonda Rashana is finally free to speak her truth and begin her healing journey. In addition to justice, I've always wanted healing and peace for her. I do need to clear the air about one thing. Any suggestion that I groomed, facilitated, enabled harm to my niece is untrue and deeply painful, especially given my documented actions at the time and throughout. Where I was informed when I was informed her parents were allowing Reshona to spend unchaperoned time with R. Kelly. Wow, now she's putting the parents. She's saying the parents allowed this. I was immediately contacted by DCF when the tape surfaced and the state brought charges against him in 2008. I cooperated fully and testified under oath despite intense, immense pressure not to do so. I did this because protecting my niece from abuse and telling the truth mattered more to me than money in my career. Her career, she had that one joint with R. Kelly, and it was a wrap after that. This is beginning of Rashona's lengthy deprogramming journey. Is it true that she is a survivor of years of abuse and still learning to process what happened to her? Who is responsible? It is also true and well documented that I stood up for her to try and stop the damage being done to her and countless others. I wish her continued healing and peace as she continues to not only find her voice, but hopefully require accountability for those close to her. So she's saying that she need to point the finger at her mother, her father, and I definitely would too. Because ain't no way in hell I'm letting my child be with some grown ass man. I don't give a fuck if he's a music star. I don't care who he is. Unsupervised? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I think that's a drink sparkle. There was something that okay, here we go.
Your 17th birthday, you say, Robert told me the copies of one of the sex tapes of 14-year-old me were beginning to be sold on the streets of Chicago and across the country.
Wow.
Your reaction to that when you think about hearing those words from R. Kelly, that this tape is out there and you were 14 years old?
I was empty. I was very hollow inside. I was very confused. Didn't know what to expect. And I was embarrassed.
Why not tell the truth in 2002 or 2008 when there was finally a trial after 6 years?
That's one of my biggest regrets, not telling the truth. But again, when I have been trained and groomed since I was age 13.
Wow.
It was a couple of weeks before your 17th birthday.
She been groomed since she was 12, 13 years old. Damn.
Started believing the lies that I was telling. It was very foggy and unclear on what I really felt versus what was right or what was wrong. And even in moments where I despised Robert, I still lied for him.
When I look back at that trial, this idea that people who were not part of the jury were able to see some of that video. And the jokes that came from the video, because we're talking about seeing a person at the time, not knowing who it is, for sure, being urinated on and talked about. And it's almost like, oh my gosh, do you look at even the justice system as not protecting you to some extent? I mean, thinking about that video being played before a gallery of everyday citizens.
I definitely think things could have been handled differently.
Damn, so they played that in the trial? Oh man, that's crazy, bro. Wow. My prayers with her, man, because that's tough, bro. Like now to revisit this now. I mean, well, she's revisiting the situation at her own merit. You know, she's pretty much monetizing off of her pain. You know, be coming out with a book and things of that nature. I'm pretty sure she's going to do more interviews. She's going to do Vlad TV, stuff like that, and get a bag. R. Kelly's broke. He ain't got no money. He's just living off his catalog, and I think he had to actually sell some of that, so he don't really have any money. And it's just like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, as talented as R. Kelly is, something like this, I would struggle with trying to separate the man from the artist or the woman from the artist. It's like you doing like sanest shit like that, and people have their their freaky kinky stuff. But when you're doing stuff like that to children, bro, nah, could never fuck with a nigga like that, bro. Nah. Mm-mm. He's right where he belongs in North Carolina in the federal system. He needs to stay there. I know he was trying to get out of jail. He was trying to get Trump. Nah, he needs to stay there, bro. He needs to stay there. And if I was this girl, she's telling her story. She has every right to. Do a movie. You know what I'm saying? Do a movie. Tell your truth. Tell it from your lens. You have your book, produce a docu-series or something like that, but tell it from your lens. And I think it could be a real open eye for a lot of people that are victims to sexual assault and sexual abuse. But it's a very, very sad situation, man. But let me know what y'all think, man, in the comment section, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, man. It's your boy Acito. I'm out of here. Peace.